This week, we've got an expert coming in to look at the hidden costs of mountain biking. Let's see if we can save you some money. It's all coming up on the Dirt Shed Show! Oh, that's a good throw, good catch. Yes, welcome to the Dirt Shed Show. Everyone else, Blake, Neil and Rich, they're all out on the trails because the sun's out, but someone's got to hold the fort. So I'm going to take us through some hidden costs of mountain biking this week. But don't worry, I've got an expert involved. Okay, Owen, come in, Owen, come in. Here's a seat for you. This is Owen. You may have seen him on Rich's, what was that ride Rich did?
Well,
didn't do.
No, he did do it.
Kind of.
Sort of sent himself to hospital, but yeah.
Where was that? That was in Arizona.
It was in Arizona.
Arizona. So you may have seen Owen. Owen Coutts, as in the bank.
Yeah, sadly no relation. So yeah, I know Devo.
God damn it.
That's
God damn it. Owen is a professional team mechanic. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Trek Atherton team.
Yes.
CRC.
Yeah.
Do you know Sam Hill? Do you know Sam Hill?
I do know Sam Hill.
You're a legit mountain biker. Yeah, okay. Amazing. Although, right, I tell you what, we've got to get over something right at the start. We've got to touch on this. Before we take your expertise as a mountain biker and as a mountain bike mechanic and someone who knows all about the costs of things, I've heard you're a gravel bike rider.
No, this is true. This is...
Get out. Get out.
But I'm just a lapsed mountain biker. That's all. That's what all gravel is.
Okay. Well, we're going to skim over it, but it's only just a skim. You know when you throw a stone in the pedal and a pebble in the throw a stone in the puddle and
yeah.
Let me start that again. You know when you throw a stone in a puddle and it only bounces once and then goes in.
Yep.
That's you right now.
Okay, perfect. I'll take that. I used to ride mountain bikes, maybe not that well.
But you can fix them. Good. You fixed my bike amazing the other day.
Okay, phew.
Let's talk about some of the hidden costs of mountain biking. Now, what I'm getting at here, right, because we were chatting about this earlier on, and you said about like, you started talking parts. But I'm thinking more about, you bought a mountain bike, someone here watching has done this, you've just bought a mountain bike and the weekend's coming, you can't wait to ride it. And then you've suddenly realised, hang on, how much does it cost to go and ride at a bike park?
Yeah.
And what helmet do I need? I've got an open face, do I need a full face? And then these things that you just hadn't thought of, it all adds up. It racks up fast, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Especially
it does.
Like a bike park. How much do you think it costs to go and ride at, say, Bike Park Wales for the weekend on your own bike?
You see, I'd say, is it 50 quid a day?
It's 50 quid a day, £100 for the weekend. It's a lot of money to just add on. I mean, I haven't got that to spend on a weekend mountain biking. Yeah. I mean, so one of the costs are things like uplifts and going to the trail centre itself. I mean, that can really add up. What would you say would be the next really big expense? I think this is where we should talk about tools and stuff, because you're going to know a lot about that. Well, bike-specific tools and stuff like that? Yeah,
there are bike-specific tools. I mean, beyond like air and oil, which are expensive. I'd say the biggest expense, if you're going to bike parks, is you've got to get to the bike parks. So you might need a car or a van.
Oh, right. So a vehicle that can actually take the bike there.
Yeah, and/or bike racks. If you're borrowing, you're borrowing somebody else's car. So that's...
See, as we're talking about this, I'm imagining this person down the end of the barrel there who's just bought the bike, but they've just realised they also need a car.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But you would know you need a car. You just need a specific car.
Yes,
I kind of gone through that problem myself, because I've got you know how big my bike is.
Your bike is, it's got a long wheelbase. It's very stable, that's why.
Yeah, and that doesn't go in a normal car. So I've just had to change my vehicle. Because,
oh, nice.
Yeah, so I can actually take it to bike parks. So I know that problem.
Yep.
I should know better. But what about specific tools? Like if you bought a bike and now you've got to start working on it, you can spend hundreds of pounds.
You can go wild. Yeah, you can spend...
How much is your toolkit over in the workshop?
I mean, like a entry-level tool of everything.
Yeah.
From, I'm going to say, 600 quid.
Whoa!
But that's not including
down.
all the specific stuff that you need. So like, okay, if you start with, say, just a multi-tool, but then you'll need like a bleed kit, most likely, and then you'll probably need like a tubeless booster pump, and then you'll need, it adds up. You don't have to do it all in one blow.
No, right.
You could do it, bit
by bit, but
chip away.
Considerable expense.
Yeah.
Yeah. there's one thing to think about. Is there a way we can do that? Like, what's the minimum? Let's save some money. What's the minimal toolkit you could have if you just bought that bike? What do you absolutely have to have? A pump.
A pump you got to have.
Okay, you're gonna buy that pump.
Like a mini tool that you can take with you, and some of them are okay. They can be a bit bulky, but you'll have almost everything that you need in it. Because you'll need it on the trail.
You say that in my wheelchair, I carry this little tool pack. He says as he smoothly grabbed it from the back of his wheelchair.
Seamlessly.
It's like it never even happened. Look at this little thing, right? And I tell you what, it does.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to plug it. It's just
good.
blooming useful. It's a little ratchet set.
Yeah.
It's got everything in it.
That'll
get you a long way, won't it?
Yeah, I'd say all you need extra on that is maybe a chain tool.
A chain tool, a pump, and a little toe peak ratchet set.
Yeah.
We just saved like what? How much? 500 quid there.
Basically.
You basically could send us a cut of that if you like.
Do you need to do the start again so that we can save money versus hidden costs?
No.
No, right. Okay.
No, I'm not guaranteeing saving anyone money.
Okay, right.
We might.
Yeah.
We might give you an idea that could save some money. I just signed up to go and race at Sea Otter Classic, right?
Nice.
Lovely event. Oh, you must have been to that with one of the teams.
No, I missed it.
No?
Yeah.
Everywhere
I used to work on a magazine as well, and it was always the hype of like, going to Sea Otter because it was the place to be where everything was launched.
Yeah.
And I'd always miss it.
I've just signed up to race there. 3 events, $250. There's your next expense. I think I'm going to start racing. Well, start spending, because the entry fees to these races is massive.
Yeah, that's costly.
It's basically $100 per race.
Yeah.
Big cost. So we've had tools, we've had entry fees, bike park uplifts, and just basically trail access. What about, we talked about the helmet. Some places you go to, you have to wear a certain type of helmet.
Yep.
Like you may have an open face cross country lid, but some places you've got to wear the full face lid.
Yeah.
What's a full face lid going to set us back? Now, I was looking at helmet earlier on today on Smith Optics. Really nice lid. I was thinking, I need one of those for the event I'm going to.
Nice.
Yeah, that's 200 quid.
Yeah.
200 quid for, so God, you can just all add up. As you start riding it, it gets pretty pricey.
It does. I mean, hopefully that person down the end of the tube has decided, like, I'm going to get into mountain biking. They haven't gone, right, I'm going enduro riding straight away.
Yeah,
they might have.
straight away.
Yeah. Well, no, they might have, but just be prepared for the kind of like the bill afterwards. So, yeah.
I do wonder what the actual, there must be a price, an entry price to the sport, like an average. And I reckon it's got to be up like by the 500 quid's worth beyond the bike.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guesstimating, but with all of the things we've talked about, they're in the hundreds, and you're going to have to do some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking about a fair chunk of cash at the start. One thing I would spend some money on right at the start, if you're new to mountain biking, obviously you're going to watch GMBN videos because they're amazing.
Obviously,
It goes without saying.
Yeah,
it goes without saying.
No-brainer.
Like that one you went and did in Arizona.
Exactly.
Where the guy that you were mechanicking for didn't even finish the race, mate.
No, he did. He did technically finish it. There was a trip to hospital in between where he had a bit of a sit down and a breathe on some gas, but he did finish it.
So the one race that you've mechanicked on for GMBN, the rider nearly died.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
It's all right.
Do you talk to Rich anymore, or are you not on talking terms?
It's a bit frosty, to be fair. Yeah.
You should have given him some fluid, man. He needed water.
He had fluid. He just wasn't sipping it.
His mind had gone, he couldn't even remember to drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
Great video, by the way. It's very, very funny. And you do have a little cameo role in it.
Yeah, I am, which I didn't realise until I watched it afterwards.
Very good.
Almost getting darkish. I think like 7:15 is lights.
Just doing my job here.
Just filling in some airtime.
Right, okay, this is the bit that I would spend some money on, right? And it can be expensive, but I think it's worth it. Coaching.
Yes.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
it makes
100%.
a big difference. My dad taught me a lesson. When I was young, he loved golf. And his advice to anyone who was going to start golf, and everyone does at some point, and then gives it up about a day later because it's too difficult, he would always say, just have a lesson. Have one lesson first.
Yep.
Because it will get the basics in line. And if you can go out on a mountain bike, have a bit of coaching with someone who knows what they're doing. Maybe it's a mate who knows what they're doing, but like a bit of really good instruction, it will make all the difference early on, won't it?
Yeah, hugely. Like a magazine that you might have been in, doing kind of like sections of how-tos. Quite a few issues, to be fair. Almost all of them that I got. Like bunny hopping. So I think loads of people, when they first get clips, obviously they're not cool with mountain bike. Big in gravel, but not so cool. Thanks,
you mentioned gravel one more time, dude, and you're out that door. That's your one. Right. That's your one.
The G's not for right. Okay. Like you can bunny hop wrong, and then you have this technique then, and you're set for doing bunny hops wrong forever.
Yes.
Versus you get coaching
it's so
and you
hard
learn
to
how
fix.
It is.
So hard to fix.
I see so many roadies on rides, and they struggle with the bunny hop.
Oh, I had that when I used to do side hop bunny hops in trials riding, right, over a bar, and we used to like try and set world records. And I was really good at bunny hopping like that until the technique changed a bit. It developed, and the riders started bunny hopping, but then putting the bike up beside them. They'd almost get off the side and almost sit down by the bottom bracket and bring the bike up, and they'd get much more height. And I'd spent so many years just bunny hopping high, but in a normal position. I just could not change.
Yeah, okay.
I'd try, and I'd do it, and I'd land, and I'd say, "Was that it?" And they'd like, "You didn't do it. You're still doing the same thing." It just ingrained in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, coaching. That's one spend. But again, that can be a big spend. You're talking about. I did write it down early on, £250 a day for one-to-one coaching.
But I will say it's so good because that 250 quid you spent there is going to be a huge skills compensator. You don't, when you're budgeting for your bike, you kind of add that into the top because whatever bike you've got, you're going to be so much more confident and you're going to wear gears out, unfortunately.
Definitely.
So if it means that you're going to get maybe not the top group set, but you get like a slightly entry level or like medium group set, but you get the skills course, you're going to be faster after the skills course.
Definitely. And we haven't touched too much on the expense of components and bike parts themselves. I've done that deliberately because I don't mind things costing a lot of money if they're very, very good. Like the very, would we say it's controversial, the SRAM Exo Eagle bit of wonder at the moment that took over the internet a few days ago.
Yeah, it did.
It blew the internet up. But basically, they say they've reinvented the derailleur.
They have.
No. It's great, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
And I've heard it is amazing to ride with. I think it looks fantastic. They've reinvented the derailleur hanger. Not the derailleur, it's still a derailleur.
Yeah, he still just pulls the chain down or pushes it up.
It's a new derailleur hanger, so I feel like we should just calm down on the reinvention names.
It's got
there.
beepy buttons though.
Lots of things have got beepy buttons. Lots of things. Okay. But that's not that hard. Look, beep.
Valid. Yeah. But I could move your chain as well.
You could run behind.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're going to have to get on with the show, but first, let's start with a question. What do you think is the most expensive after purchase of a bike cost over a period of time in mountain biking? Is it bike transportation, trail access, accommodation costs, or pre-trip bike maintenance? Don't answer yet, because we're going to be back in a sec.
Right, this week's sickest thing has to be this new video from Josh Lowe and YT Bikes called Rut Bashin. There's no tricks or flippity-whippities in this, it's just flat out, straight up smashing corners and generally being hesh and loose as Big shouts to the filmer Tommy C for all these fisheye clips. I don't know what it is about fisheye, but it just looks so sick, and I wish there was more fisheye in mountain biking. Just like makes it all look like all 90s and skateboarding and actually action sports, and not just turning into sports like the rest of mountain biking, like tennis or whatever. Whereas mountain biking's like snowboarding or skateboarding or something. Anyway, the end is absolutely insane. He does this like crazy rock roll droppy thing. It's mad. Anyway, definitely worth going and check this one out. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the show.
Thank you, Toff. Right, quiz question. What do you think? What do you think was the most expensive thing?
Transport?
No. Go on, guess. No, it's accommodation. You don't think about it, do you? Go away mountain bike riding, you've spent £500 on a hotel.
Yeah.
Think about the accommodation. Yes, right, hacks and bodges time. We couldn't have a better man for this.
Okay.
This is literally what you do.
No,
You
I'm
hack and
professional.
bodge.
I'm not bodging and hacking.
Yeah, I've seen those pit crews at the World Cups. You're just
Yeah,
like,
go for
what do we do?
Yeah.
The wheel's fallen out. So, our first hack or bodge this week is from Lloyd. He's got a Santa Cruz Blur over in Australia. I think this is blooming clever, Owen. So what he's done, right, he's out on the trail, his dropper post is broken, and he's got to try and get home, so he's used this rope. What do you think?
So when
Pretty
I
good.
first looked at it,
Yeah.
I thought it was a quick fix, but now it's by the side of the trail.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, to be fair.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's sort of like recycling and taking rubbish out of the environment. So it's like a double win. He's like fixed his ride and he's like,
Yeah, I forgot to
cleaned
say, the
trails.
winner's going to get a race top, okay? So we're picking.
nice.
So you're going to pick, because you're the expert in this.
Bit of pressure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
bit sweaty
yeah.
now.
Right, next one. This is crazy.
Okay.
Right, this is David, who's got a custom merino hardtail show off.
Nice.
He is in the Italian Alps, and he's made himself a wireless dropper. I'm not kidding. Look, here's a video of him using it. So he has got, look at that. How good is that?
And that's, whoa.
And a 3D printed trigger for the handlebars. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's
How
impressive.
much do you think it cost him? Go on, have a guess. Have a guess. Your last guess on that quiz was terrible, by the way.
Yeah,
So you
right,
better get this
thanks.
right.
I was here for expertise, not guesses, but RC cars, I don't know, like a servo or something like that's what was 50 quid when I used to play with radio control cars. So at least, plus the electronic, I don't know, 75 quid?
30 quid.
30 quid.
30 quid for a wireless dropper. This guy's won hands down this week. So next up, this one, right, it might be a slight competitor to one of our sponsors. Like Petey's might be annoyed with this, but look at this from Howard, who's got a Santa Cruz,
Oh,
which
that's
Steve
good.
Pete rides.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're all friends here.
Yeah.
We're all friends. Everyone
It's all
calm
okay.
down. Basically, he's created rim tape making machine out of Gorilla Tape. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah.
If you've misled where you've put your Petey's rim tape.
Yeah, and you
yeah.
want to, not quite as good as Petey's because it is better.
Yeah, you wanted
it does
less
apply.
quality.
Yeah, you wanted less quality.
Yeah.
Or you're
Yeah.
in, I don't know, Chamonix or somewhere where you're low on supplies.
Yeah, and
maybe.
Petey's, there's just none in the local shop.
And it's an
instance.
emergency.
Yeah, okay, so I'm struggling to justify why this should win because it is going against one of our favourite sponsors on the channel, but it's definitely good. But
It's a nice hack.
who are you going to give, this is for you to give, to a winner this week? You've got Howard with his rim tape, good effort, I like it. David with the electronic wonders, and then, of course, Lloyd. Who are you going with?
The electronic seat post is amazing.
Yes.
I feel like there will be a lot more from him.
Yes.
There'll be more, not hacks, because that's not a hack.
That's not a hack.
just,
Yeah.
he'll be in touch, like SRAM will be in touch
Yeah,
soon.
it's going to be ringing him up. Isn't it?
Or Shimano. I mean, that's
Shimano. You
missing
never
from
know.
their ecosystem. So it's got to go to the rope seat post. For
Really?
Yeah, like
David was literally getting down.
I know,
He's
sorry,
giving me-
sorry,
My
pal.
God, it's gone to Lloyd. Lloyd, you've won it. Send it out there. Dude.
Send it
out
out.
there. Yeah,
Quite
Lloyd
bad at
on
throwing.
its way.
There you go.
On its way. Fantastic. Now, if you've got a hack or a bodge, and you must have, you've got a bike, you've had to fix it, show us it. The uploader is in the description down below. You can follow that link and then basically upload any photo or video you want to show us about your stories. Maybe you've got an amazing bike cave, or we did talk about being totally, impartial and not leaving out the ladies and their lady caves. They would bike
that's
caves,
inclusive, yeah.
a man cave and a lady cave.
Little bike cave.
It just sounds bad.
Yeah. What, bike cave? No,
No,
bike cave.
lady cave.
Oh, yeah, they could be misinterpreted, yeah.
Don't go.
Oh.
Dude, I want to tell you about the amazing news over on the GMBN shop. You played that well. Oh, please tell me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes. The shop this week, we've got buy one, get one half price. Now, usually that would confuse Blake because he would think he needs to buy two to get another whole one. But This is just buy one, get one half price, okay? Head over to GMBN Shop. You just gave away our only race top, but there's some great stuff there. You can go and get yourself some amazing merch and, of course, support the channel. Hang on a minute, where's your GMBN top?
I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one out in the shop.
You need to be, like, sorted out. We need to have you kitted up. That's better. Oh. That's better, see? Lovely stuff. And you get another one, half price.
Yeah. I've ordered it already. Should be here now.
Lovely.
Fast delivery.
Stuff. Right, OK, let's get on with Caption Contest. Here's Rich's caption photo from last week, looking quite scared, frightened. You're going to like these. You're giving away a stunt mug this time, though. First up, we've got Sam Wood, who says, Rich's expression when he realises he's peeing blood. Is that the face he pulled?
To be fair, it's fairly similar.
Was it quite dramatic when that happened? Were you like, hang on a minute, this is going south?
I mean, I think it was when he came out and he was like, it's the second time, is it bad? And you kind of like, I think probably the first time he peed blood, it might be bad. So, yeah. It's all okay now, kids, he's fine.
He is fine. Bubbly as ever. Yes. Bubbly. He's very bubbly, very bubbly.
The blood less so, but yeah.
Mark C. Oz says, Rich can confirm his drop a post return is definitely working. That's quite a good one. Quite like that one. And then that Dave guy says, Rich's face when you mention lady caves. Oh God, we've mentioned him again.
Yeah.
Oh no. Let's move off of that one. What do you reckon? Mark C. Oz, Rich can confirm his drop a post return is definitely working.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, bounce it. Go for it.
I've got to bounce it.
Go on, it's got...
Okay, I'm really bad at throwing.
It's a stunt mug, it's indestructible.
Okay, we're going.
It's not bad for a first go. Not bad at all. I forgot again. Here's this week's Caption Contest photo. There you go. I forget that every week, man. It's unbelievable. Give us a caption for that in the comment section down below. You could be winning the stunt mug next week.
It's impressive. It's
robust. Unbelievable. It's literally indestructible. It literally isn't.
Oh, right. Okay.
Let's carry on with the show with some things we like this week. Okay, we've got a mechanics expert with us this week. Some things we like. Owen, can you fix this?
Possibly the bike rack might be fixable.
Oh my God.
Maybe the saddle is fixable.
Bad is that? That's the most expensive dart I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Whack!
I just love the lack of poof.
I tell you what, I have driven around with a bike on the roof and it is quite easy to forget.
Yeah.
Unreal. I definitely like that this week. Also, something I loved, have you seen this? My friend Cole Bernier over in Canada, he wrote, have you ever heard of In-N-Out at Squamish?
Yes.
Big rock slab
not
roller.
The burger.
Yes, but near the burger place, apparently.
Okay, gotcha.
Look at him riding down In-N-Out on a bowhead. First man to do it.
Whoa.
I'm not sure I'd do that. Because if you lose your grip there...
Rad.
Now here, he has to really stay quite left here. He's riding with Remy Metallier, his mate, and look, he has to come over to the left. If he gets this bit wrong, gets on that green stuff, nasty.
That's immense.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, that's super cool.
Well done, Cole. I'll be riding with him in Sea Otter in a couple of days.
Oh, nice.
Quite pleased. And by the way, the Dirt Shed is going on the road for a couple of weeks. So
nice.
A Dirt Shed coming live from Sea Otter next week.
I've got my suntan lotion packed already.
Oh yeah, because you're an. How do we tell him he's not? Oh, God, this is awkward. I'm just going to say it quickly. You're not going. Okay. Next thing we really like this week is I'm a big fan of Shibby Time, aren't we all? One wheeling forever. Watch this. Shibby Time. Jump in the canyon. Oh my God. At Rampage Ground Zero, and he's jumping the canyon on his Shibby Time one wheel. Blake and Rich will be going mad at this moment.
I'm genuinely speechless. Annie did it. We were talking about helmets before. He's doing it like an ex-Sealid, basically.
And look, he didn't get over it every time. First go, whack. Love that guy.
Fair play.
I love that.
Okay.
Now, in your honest opinion, as an expert in mountain bike team mechanics, right? You've been all around the World Cups. Is that mountain biking? You're a gravel rider. What do you know?
I mean, he's on a mountain, so...
Cut. We've cut, Owen. time for the bike vault. You'll stay for the bike vault, won't you?
Yes, please.
Yes, right. First up in the bike vault, we have got Lloyd with his Santa Cruz Blur. Envy's on, but look, he's got a lefty on it. That's interesting, isn't it?
Is this the same Lloyd that fixed his seat post with rope?
It might be. It could
Well,
be.
double points, Lloyd. Well
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to bother checking. But let's say it is.
No, well, we'll go with these. Yeah.
Lloyd.
Can't be more than one Lloyd.
I think it's got a lefty on it. It's sort of a Cannondale, even though it's a Santa Cruz. It's super nice. The Bellamy is super nice, by the way.
Okay, nice,
Yeah,
right.
Okay, good. Yeah. Next up, we've got Graham's Trek Diesel 2003. This is from your era, isn't it?
No, about 10 years out, but close enough, you know.
10 years out, close enough. It's quite there's a lot of metalwork.
There is, but it's on trend, it's high pivot. That's what it's called. It's probably a mullet.
Wow, you're stretching there. It probably is a mullet.
I mean, it might be, when you're saying stretch, it might be a bit short.
It's nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it's good.
Next up, we've got Mike's Rocky Mountain Instinct in Tucson, Arizona. Some funky colours. Some really funky colours. I don't know what to say about it. Loving the colours?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah.
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 I think it belongs like going down a high street in San Diego. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've not been to San Diego, but I can imagine it.
Sorry, San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very Pride, isn't it? I mean, I'm not sure that was the intention.
I was thinking psychedelic.
Maybe it was.
I was
thinking maybe I should stop talking. We have got Chaz's how'd you say it?
So, I thought it was Geometron, but apparently it's Geometron.
It's not, it's Geometron.
Is it?
Oh, God, how many ways can one word... How'd you say it, Nick?
Geometron.
It's
Chris Porter.
Chris Porterized Nikolai, and they're great bikes. I do really love them. Is this a super nice one? You're the expert, dude.
I'm saying yes, it is.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell. It's like a bell, you just ring it. Then next up, whoa! Oh my God! Ooh. We've got Peter's Uno Burn. That's a special looking bike.
Yeah, that's good. Are those intend forks on there?
I think they might be.
Okay, that's, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Cannot confirm that, but I think they are.
I like everything about it. Maybe not the chainring, but chainring's a personal choice. That's fine.
God, you noticed some detail there. What's special about that chainring? Is that oval? It
is oval, which some people like. So that's fine for them.
I remember that being on really early rally mountain bikes. The oval chainring.
Yeah, the Biopace.
Yeah, so Biopace.
Yeah, other brands have kind of like clocked that weirdness.
Yes.
The other direction of what Shimano were doing, so it's meant to smooth out your pedal stroke.
Okay. So it could work.
There's believers. Could work, but the rest of the bike is amazing.
Yes.
So.
Go on.
Right, so this way round.
Well done. You're getting a learner. Yeah. Next up, Kevin's Lightspeed Pinhoti. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's very nice.
Tie
doesn't go out of fashion.
Very, very nice. Like that one.
Is there a maximum that we can put in one go? Or?
Oh no, we've got a couple more. Next one, Jekko's Propane Spindrift. Don't know the bike. Looks pretty cool.
Propane are cool. Yeah, they sponsored Joel Smith, who I spanned for a little bit.
Yeah? Is that what you call it? I spanned for?
Yeah, I think so. Just because there's the...
It's cool.
You say you're a bit of a spanner, it's like a good thing.
Yeah, I'd say you're a spanner.
Exactly.
It's a good photo, this one.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a very nice photo. Is it a super nice bike, though?
You don't see them a lot, and they're meant to ride very, very nicely, so I'm going to say yeah.
Okay, really? I was going with the nice. Next up, this is our last one this week. It is Max's 2013 Norco Charger. He looks like he's been on a big old bike packing trip.
He does, which you could almost say is flat bar gravel, which I know get me chucked off.
You're lucky it's the end of the show.
Oh.
You're really lucky.
I said the G word.
You're really lucky. It's not even worth throwing you off now, but that would have been it. Oh my God. And what he has found is like very large gravel.
There you go. Gravel Plus.
Does it look like fun to ride? Gravel Plus.
Gravel Plus. It's got a flat bar.
It's nice.
It's like a mountain bike.
It's nice. Of course, like I said, I'm going to Sea Otter on Friday, which is today. So I'm on a plane right now. And we will see you from Sea Otter next week. Dude, thanks for hanging out with us on the Dirt Shed Show this week.
Thank you very much.
Let's knuckles it. I don't ever do the explosion. I think it's a bit much. A bit showy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's too late now, mate.
Oh.
Can't go back.
Can't
Yeah, big thanks to Owen for coming in and being the expert view. Let's think about what we're spending our money on. Make sure you're not spending too much. Keep it affordable, but it is blooming fun. And we'll see you on the Dirt Shed Show from Sea Otter next week. You're not going, dude.
Oh, yeah, devoed.